Hey y'all, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this Halloween themed desktop organizer using wooden items from Dollar Tree. Listen in the video and I'm going to tell you where the link is where you can download 50 free Halloween scrapbook papers to use in this craft and any other craft you like. Stay tuned, I'll show you how to make it. Alrighty y'all, let us get started. First off, you're going to need one of these little wooden crates. This came from Dollar Tree. I know they have different styles of this crate, but this one is the solid one with the little oval handle here. Let's see if we can get a shot of the label here. You're also going to need two of these little square drawer doohickeys. These came from Dollar Tree as well. Where is the label? Is this right side up? Haha! And I got moss stuck to the bottom of it. But yeah, and then they just pull out like so. Now, it's really not going to matter on this craft because we're only using two of these little drawers, but if you're making crafts that use a bunch of these, what I recommend is when you take these out, take a pencil or something and put a number in the bottom and then put the corresponding number in here because not all of these fit inside all of these, okay? I've had issues with that in the past. But anyway, what I'm going to do, this has lint and stuff all over it, daggum. What I'm going to do first is glue these together before I paint them. And you've probably heard me say in the past that I like to paint, or glue rather, I like to glue things together like wood to wood, blank material to blank material without the paint being on there. I try to do that if at all possible. And this is a fairly small project, so it's not going to be any trouble at all for me to paint the entire thing once it's been glued together. Let me take this off. Should have done that a while ago, but some people are saying that they want to see the labels. So anyway, I want this to be facing this way. As you can see, this is just a tiny bit wider than my square, but I want the front of it to be flush, okay? So like so. Let's see. So I'm just going to kind of mark it like that so I'll know where to put my glue. If you have wood glue, use wood glue by all means. You don't have to use hot glue. I'm just using hot glue because that's what I have on hand. You can use some E6000 if you like. I'm just going to set this here so I can kind of eyeball it and get it flush with the front here. Okay, so I'm just going to hold that like that. And then let's glue the other one on. I know this table is raggedy, and I need to clean it. Okay, now let's make sure that this fits, because sometimes they won't fit, you know, no matter which way you turn it, sometimes they just don't fit. So you got to be careful how you're gluing these suckers down, okay? Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to put my glue here. I don't know why that has like a little stain or something on it. Keep your eyes out for that too when you're buying them in the store. Make sure, you know, they're not cracked or have any marks on them or anything. But I'm just going to put this together like so. And now I'm going to hold it here until the glue sets up. Okay, so this glue has set up. Now, I'm not going to be painting the drawers. Why? Because we're going to be covering those up here in a minute. If you want to paint them, go ahead. Go ahead and paint them. It's not going to hinder anything that we're going to be doing here in a minute, okay? But I have this acrylic paint, pumpkin orange. Of course, it's got pumpkin in the title. And I'm just going to paint this whole entire thing. I'm not going to worry about painting the inside of the drawers. Ah, it's a little bit dry on the edge. Go, take it out. But I'm just going to paint all of the exposed surfaces, I guess you could say, including the front. You see like this little line here on the front of the drawer? I mean the box rather. I am going to paint that. So I'm going to work on this and be back in a minute. Okay, so the paint has pretty much dried on here. So now let's set this off to the side and get the paint out of the way. So now what you're going to need is some awesome Halloween scrapbook paper, whatever kind you want. Listen, if you don't have any Halloween scrapbook paper, where can you find some? I have a 50-pack for free on my blog. I'm going to link to it down below in the description box. And I'll also pin a comment with that link. But it's on my website. You just head on over there and then you look for the little button to download it. Just download it to your computer, print it out. Like I said, I've got 50 different ones. And you can print it out as many times as you like. And whatever you make with it, of course, you can sell it. But anyway, now what we're going to do And I have some Mod Podge over here as we are going to cut this out. And I don't know if the little cat here, this one will fit completely on the drawer, but I'm going to try. So where did my piece of paper go? I just had a piece of paper. But what I like to do is just take the drawer, where's my pen, and I'm just going to trace around it, and then I'm going to cut that out, okay? And then I take this piece, and I can kind of hold it on top of this and then hold it up to the light just to kind of center it and see, you know, how to center the design. Okay, so now I have my little piece of paper, and like I said, that way I can kind of hold it on top of the design and then hold it up to the light. Let's see, let's go for this little guy right here. And like I said, I'm going to hold it up to the light, and then I'll trace around it and then cut it out. Okay, so now I have some Mod Podge here, and yes, I have spilled stuff. This was one of the things that was in the storage building, if you know about that fiasco, but anyway. So now I'm just going to Mod Podge it. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be that way. You can probably hear a kitten hollering in the background. Well, like I said before, at any given time, there are rescue kittens in my house. So, and I've got some in here now. Okay, well, let's put that there. Set it down on the lid. And then, let's just put it right here. You see how the cutout is going to be towards the back? Oh, I got it on my hand. The cutout is towards the back, okay, so that you can't see that from the front. And then I'm just going to press this down. Make sure it is nice and stuck. Where's my paper towel? Right there. Nice and stuck there. Just get it into position. And then if there's any sticking out on the edge there, you can just trim it away with an X-Acto knife, or, you know, whatever you have. But I think that looks pretty good. Now, I did move the design a little bit downwards and left this spot here because I'm going to glue something on there here in a second to use like as a pull, like as a handle. But, all right. So now I'm going to lay this face down because then the box can put a little bit of pressure on here to help it adhere. I'm going to do the same thing with the other drawer, and we'll move on. Okay, so while that Mod Podge is setting up, what am I doing now? I have these color your own ornaments. These came from Dollar Tree, and they are little pumpkins. So as you can see in this paper here, there's like some antique white looking color. So that's what I painted this pumpkin with, this apple barrel antique white. I painted that, and now I'm just going to go in with some black. Just a little bit of this black. And just kind of, just like barely just stamp it around the edge just a little bit, you know, just to give it a little bit better contrast. So I'm just going to put this here. I'm not even going to clean my brush. That was way too much amber. Okay. And of course, you know, paint the same like that, and then just kind of, like I said, I want to make sure that I don't have a whole lot on here. And then I'm just going to barely just kind of tap it around the edge. I want it to be kind of, you see how it's kind of rough looking there? So look, I'm going for. I just want to tap it all the way around the edge. And then I cut out another little cat from the scrapbook paper. And I'm going to be sticking him down on here as well. Okay, because there's like a whole lot of orange going on here. And I wanted to break that up a little bit. Okay. All the way around. I just wanted something, you know, kind of cutesy just to stick on my desk here. Maybe put some pens, pencils, or whatever in there. But for the video, I'm going to be putting some flowers in there. So, okay. So all the way around. I'm going to get back over here. And then I'm just going to Mod Podge another piece of the scrapbook paper that I cut out right here. I'm just going to Mod Podge that onto there. Okay. So now, what is this? This is just a piece of floral foam that I just kind of cut to size. Get down in there. All right. So now I'm going to put some flowers in here, and I'm going to show you the flowers I'm going to use, but I need to glue some stuff together first. I found these, actually I bought these last year somewhere. I want to say these came from Michael's, because that looks like a Michael's tag to me. But I believe these came from Michael's. But, you know, closer we get to Halloween, you can find black flowers all over the place. All right, so that is down in there, and this is the little pumpkin that I just painted, and I just stuck this little kitty cat down on there. And I'm going to be gluing that to the front. And then we need to glue something onto the front of these drawers to use sort of like a drawer pull. And I got these mini pumpkins from Hobby Lobby. You can use a wooden bead, just glue that on there. That'll work just fine. But I saw these at Hobby Lobby, and I'm like, oh, those are so cute, and they were on sale. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I'm going to get them. And I think I'm going to use them for this. There's several different sizes in here, and I think the taller ones will be the best for the drawer pulls. I'm just going to get those out and wait for my glue gun to heat up. All right, so I'm just putting glue here so that I can stick this to the front of the doohickey. Like I said earlier, you can use wood glue if you want to. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you can use to stick it down. Okay, let's try to keep that centered there. Okay, I'm going to glue that to that. Now for the drawer pulls, I'm just going to use hot glue. Let's see if I can try to keep these about the same spot. This is going to be tricky because that little kitty cat is right there, and I wish I would have brought it down a little bit further, but it is what it is. Okay, I'll try to get that so you can still see that it's a kitty. Okay, let's glue the other one on. I'm going to try to keep it in sync with this one, kind of up towards the top there. I think that's all right. How cute is that? All right, set that off to the side, and now I need my wire cutters, and we're going to cut these flowers and stick them down in there. Actually, I have several bundles of these, so if this one don't work, or if it's not enough, I'll just put in some more. And then we will put the drawers in, and that will be that. Let me get that over there. Okay. There's a hair. All right, so I'm just going to stick that down in there like so, and then I'm just going to fill this up with the black flowers, okay? So that is that. Just wait for the glue to set up, and I'll put the drawers in, and it'll be done. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you would, give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which will be in the description box down below, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye!